Hi. Hey guys. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour. Who is on? Who is on? Who is on? Okay, I see that someone has joined. If you have joined, please say hello. For Salvation Hope, good evening. It's such a pleasure to have you here. Welcome back to another episode of Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour. Miracle Oluwatobi, good evening. Good evening. I'm super excited to be here. Who else is excited? Who else is excited? I hope your day went well. I hope it wasn't as stressful as usual. I hope you're fine and you're in a very good mental state because tonight's conversation is one that's very, very important. We always have very important topics to discuss. Mr. Lucky Nathan, hello. Thanks for joining. Mr. Bong, Frank, thanks for tuning in. It's a pleasure to have you here. So please go ahead and invite your friends and families and relatives and village people, your enemies too. Everyone that should be here has to be here. So share this link with the people in your life and let them join, let them have a conversation with me, with you also. Elsie Francis, it's a pleasure to have you here. It's not morning in Nigeria, but good morning. I trust you're well. All right, so quickly, I don't want to waste our time. Quickly, I want us to discuss the topic, the right people for your journey, and how to find and keep them, all right? How to find the right people that you need for your journey. Who is excited? If you're excited, drop it in the comments and let me know that you're excited. By the way, did you notice the ambience of this video? Did you notice that the video is, the lighting is very, very beautiful? Because I switched ring lights. Like I got a more advanced one and like I'm really, really loving it. So if you're excited, drop it in the comments. Let me see so that we can get started already. Elsie Francis, I see that you're excited. Who else is excited? I see that 6 people are watching. So all 6 of you, aren't you excited to be here? If you're excited, please drop it in the comments. Let me see. And we'll hit the ground running. Okay, thank you, Elsie. Thank you. Mr. Lucky says, I'm excited. All right, I'm excited too. Miracle, you're excited. I'm excited too. So let's get started. All right. So, the right people for your journey. Before we go into talking about the right people for your journey, before we go into discussing how to find them, can we first of all talk about you for a moment? Can we take a few minutes and talk about you and your journey? Okay. Can we talk about who you are? If you don't know who you are and you don't understand, you don't even know your journey, not to talk of understanding it, then there is a problem because you will not be able to find the right people for your journey. You will not be able to know the people that you need, the people that are relevant to your journey. All right. So, who are you? What path have you chosen? What path are you on? What is that journey that you have taken, that you are on right now? Have you even started at all? Have you asked these questions? Sam Harvard, oh my God, it's such a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. So, who are you and what journey are you on? Have you even started on your journey at all? Many of us are like, I want to meet people. I look up to this person. I look up to that person. You have too many people that you look up to. And many of them are not even relevant to your journey because you are confused. You don't even know what path you're on. If you knew what path you were on, if you knew what you are here to do, you would know the people that you need in your circle. You know the people that you need to look up to. You know the people that are more relevant to you, because even though everyone seems to be important, everyone seems to be needed in your life, or everyone has it going and you feel I can look up to this person. Look, it's not everybody that you should want to bring into your circle, whether a close circle where you have direct contact or relationship with them, or one that you just look up to. Okay, or a circle where you don't necessarily have to be in direct contact with them, like mentors, not mentors, role models, right? And idols, those ones that we call idols. So who are you? Who are you? Do you even know who you are? This is not a spiritual conversation. This particular one is not a spiritual conversation. What are your tendencies? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are your tendencies? What is your personality type? Many of us think that it's being melancholy, or in fact, the most common and would I say the most inaccurate? I would say inaccurate, not because it's wrong, but because it gives very little information about who we are. Is the introvert and the extrovert. Oh, I'm introverted, I'm extroverted. That doesn't give any glimpse into what you're supposed to be doing here or who you are, all right? Even the choleric, the melancholy, the phlegmatic, the which other one, sanguine, right? These ones are more accepted, but they are still very limited in explanation, right? Because many people, I've found that I'm a blend of three temperaments. I am a majorly phlegmatic, and then melancholy. Then sometimes, if I feel like I can be sanguine, then I am a few times choleric. So tell me how I'm supposed to know what I'm going to do, or what I'm here to do, or what my personality is based on these categorizations, right? So if you want to know who you are, you want to understand who you are, there are personalized tests that you can go take, and it's going to show you just who you are and the career paths that are best for you. Okay, they are not 100% accurate, but they are accurate to an extent. In fact, you'd feel like finally a test that gets me. You feel like someone told these people about you, because based on the answers you give, they're going to give detailed explanations of who on your personality type, your strengths and your weaknesses, career paths that are more favorable to you as a certain kind of personality, right? And it's going to give more insight into your relationships and just your tendencies as a whole. So you need to know who you are. This is not about your journey, right? Finding the right people, but it's important that we start from the roots. Okay, so you know your personality. This one that I'm talking about is 16personalities.com. Go to 16personalities.com. Someone please help me put that in the comment section. Eunice, hi, thanks for tuning in. Someone help me put that in the comment section. 16personalities.com. 16personalities.com. And go there, take the test. It's going to be mind blowing for you, because it's kind of creepy how accurate it is. All right. Now, if you're able to find your personality, now please understand that this changes. If you begin to work on your weaknesses, all right, and you begin to get better as a human being, your personality changes. So you need to be taking the test like every 6 months. I took one in September last year. I was an advocate, and it was very accurate based on what I was and the tendencies that I had at that time. But I took the test again this month, and I was a different person, which means I've made progress, right? So take the test, be as honest as you can. Don't answer the test based on what you wish you were or you were doing. Answer based on what you currently do and who you currently have, your current tendencies, and you see how beautiful the test will be, and just how clear you will be on who you are and what you're supposed to be doing, right? The way you're supposed to go about what you want to do. So when you're able to find your personality, it is easy for you to know where you fall in and what you can do. It's easy for you to choose a career path because you now know what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. Okay, so when you choose a career path or when you choose a journey, we are all on a journey. All of us, life is a journey. Life is a journey. The moment you were born, your journey on earth starts. So from the day you were born, between the day you were born and the day you die, you have days in between those days. You have years in between those days. So it is what you do with your life that will determine if you'll be remembered or not. That will determine if anything will be written on your tomb, if people are going to say good things about you or not when you die. So it's important that you decide by yourself not to just be one of those people that adds to numbers. Don't be another face in the crowd. Don't be the kind of person that when numbers are being counted, number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, if you are number six, I like to say this, if I'm number six on a number, the person counting can't get to number six and just say number six. The person has to mention Chinaza Favour because I stand out. I stand out. In a world where everyone looks like you, what are you here for? Like, what makes you different? What makes you unique? Right? So begin your journey. It starts with self-awareness. And taking that personality test is very, very important. It's one of the first steps you need to take towards self-awareness. Now, the religious ones among us, you can go and ask God. And if you hear from him, if you hear directly from him, he's going to show you what you're here for. But on a general ground, through psychology, you can know what you can do, right? So take the test, get started on a career path, choose what you want to do, decide for yourself that this is what I want to be known for, this is what I want to do with my life. Look, if you are young, you have the time to experiment. I put out an article on my Facebook timeline the other day, and I told them, if you are young, you have an advantage that many old people do not have anymore. What advantage is that? Age. Age. Now is your time to fail and fail forward. All right. Now is your time to experiment. Now is your time to explore your interest. So if you don't really know exactly what it is that you want to do, it's important for you to experiment. You have things that you are interested in. So experiment, try out new things, be adventurous. You are young. I don't understand how you can be young and you are wasting your youthful energy doing nothing. You have very high potential energy, very large amount of potential energy, but you are not making use of it because you're trying to play too safe. I mean, nobody's asking you to do something sinful or something that is illegal and not good. But if you have interests, why don't you explore them and see the ones that you are best fitted for? See the ones that you do better at. So if you like to sing or if you like to speak, if you like to write, if you like to, if you like computers, whatever be your interest, explore them. Then the ones that don't work, you know that, okay, these ones don't work. They are not my areas of genius. So I drop them and I move on. Okay, so don't you settle for less. Sorry about that. A call came in. So decide on what you want to do with your life and get started. Okay. When you've decided on what you want to do, you can now start to look at the people you need for your journey, because the truth is, you cannot journey through life alone. Okay. If you want to go fast, this saying, I really like it. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with people, because Going alone, you are limited. Okay, you need people. You need the gift of men. This is also something I'm coming to learn by myself because I am a very huge introvert. I don't like associating with people, right? But I've realized that for me to get to where I need to get to, I need people. I need people. I need people. Those ones that are higher up, those ones that are at my level, those ones that are below me. Okay, those ones that I'm higher than, let me not say below. People that I've gone ahead of, I still need them. I need everyone. So, how do you now find the people that you need for your journey? How do you know that this is the person that I need for my journey? This is the person that I need for my journey. It's like you are going for war and you need to get your commanders and your team right. You're about to launch. You see, if you treat your life as a project, you make better decisions, right? Your life is a project, your purpose is a project, your passion is a project. So for you to go far, for you to have that impact that you really desire, you need the right people around you. In my book, Dear Young One, I wrote out 7 people that you need in your life. 7. You don't need just one. But for the sake of this particular conversation, I'm talking about the people that you need for your life's journey, the ones that you need you to help you advance your purpose, to help you advance your interest, or to help you be all that you can be. Okay, so you need a role model. Okay, you need to know that someone has done this before. I was sharing with someone some time ago a vision that I had, but I didn't know that it was possible. I didn't know that it could be possible. Like in my mind, I was like, how is this going to happen? So I was only nursing the idea, but I could not get started on anything until I saw someone do it. I saw someone doing it on a very large scale. So it was more like this person's present is my future. Well, I know that my future is much bigger, but for the sake of this particular vision that I have, this person's present is my future. So it's actually possible to do this because it is something very massive and huge and large scale. And she's already doing it. So it gave me a push. I'm hosting a hangout this month, next tomorrow. And that is a baby step towards actualizing that goal. So you need role models. You need people that are already doing what you are doing or something similar to what you are doing. Okay? You need to know that someone has done it. You need someone to look up to. You need someone to show you that it is possible. So when you feel like giving up, when you don't think that I can do this, you look at that person and be like, if this person can do it, then I can do it also. So you need a role model. Now, this role model has your interest at heart, of course, not at heart, but this role model's interest is your interest too. So you need that person. You don't have to send them any message. You just have to watch their lives, okay? They are showing you what is possible. They are showing you what is possible. So just watch. If it happens that they eventually become mentors to you, it's good. So that brings me to the second point. You need mentors. You need people who will hold you by the hand and walk you through different aspects of your journey. You need people who have who have proven strategies on how to go about your goals. People who you can ask questions, people who are up there, but you have access to them. I like to see mentors as the people who show you exactly how it's done. Okay, I like to say that role models show you what's possible, but mentors show you how it is possible. Hello, Vivian. It's a pleasure to have you here. Good evening. So, mentors show you how it is possible. They will hold you by the hand and help you through, guide you. This mentor has your best interest at heart. By the way, before we continue, before we go ahead, have you liked this video? If you haven't, please go ahead and do so. And subscribe if you haven't. Okay? So let's continue. After role model, you need friends. You need friends. I'm not talking of friends for friends' sake. You need people who really support you, who really love you, who really want to care, who really care for you, who really are genuinely interested in your well being. I'm not talking of those ones who are there to take, who are there because of what they can get from you. No, I'm talking of the people who are willing to invest in you, not money, but time, their attention, their ears, because sometimes you would be tired. You will be tired. You'll get tired on your journey. You'll get tired on your walk through life, and you would need a shoulder to cry on. Who do you turn to? A friend. A friend. Yeah, some religious persons will be like, I turn to God and I cry my eyes out and I tell God all my problems. That's good for you if it's working for you. However, we are on this earth and we need each other to survive. You need a friend. Don't worry, I'm still going to show you how to get these people, how to find them. I'm just listing them out for you, okay? The people that you need on for your journey, for your life's journey, okay? And you need cheerleaders. You need cheerleaders. Now, these people are not just your friends, the people who sing your praises. Yes, you need them. The only thing is that you don't have to allow their praises to get to your head. Okay? You don't have to allow what they say and all the hype. You don't want it to get to that point where it is only their opinion that you take, because it will make you proud and it will make you less open to criticisms. Okay, so why you need these people is because sometimes when you feel low and you turn to these people, like they don't see anything bad in in what you're doing. They don't see you doing anything bad. Like you are good in their eyes, and genuinely so. It's not like they are trying to flatter you. Okay, it's just how they see you. You need cheerleaders, because when you are down on the field and you look up to them, you see their belief in you. They see you, they believe in what you carry. You need these people in your life. Now your friends can double as your cheerleaders, but sometimes your cheerleaders are not might not be people that you are very close to. They might just be people that know you or see you from afar, but believe in what you're doing. Okay, so they don't hesitate to tell you just how awesome you are. Okay, you need them in your journey. And you also need a realist. A realist. Now, this realist is the person that doesn't just sing your praises, or the person that isn't just excited about every new idea that you bring. This person is real. This person tells you just how things are. So this person, if you don't do well, this person is going to tell you. If you're just coming down from the stage and they feel that you didn't do well, they're going to tell you. If if you share an idea with them and they think it is unrealistic, they're going to tell you. If you share an idea with them and they feel it is too small for what you can do, they're going to tell you. So these realists, they can be your mentors, they could be your friends, okay? But you trust their opinion of you. You trust what they say about you. Because more like their words are like that, those of God's. You take their words the way you take God's words. You take their criticisms and you don't feel bad, because you know that they genuinely have your interest at heart. And so they are trying to help you get better. Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, please drop making sense in the comments before we go ahead. Let me see your comments. Making sense, making sense. The next phase of this conversation will be how to find them. How to find them. Okay, so we've talked about who you are and how to know what you're here for, and we talked about the people that you need in your journey. on your journey through life. Now let's talk about how to find them. Hello Ngazi, it's your first time here. Who else? Who is an old timer here? Vivian, please give Ngozi Zobo. Okay, give her first timer Zobo. You're very welcome, Ngozi. Another one is okay. Our next phase is how to find the people that are needed and relevant for your journey. So you already know who you are, you already know what you're here for, you already know what you want to do. The best way to find the people that you need for your journey is to find people who share common interests. Okay, I talked about that when I talked about role models. But find people who have common interests. Google is your friend, okay? For role models now, Google is your friend. Look at people who are already doing what you're doing and follow them. People whose present are the future you aspire to have. Okay? So I am a singer. I really, really like music. And I intend to take music as a career sometime in the future. And currently, there's a young lady that I really, really admire. I really, really love her songs. I like the way she writes her songs. I like the kinds of songs that she writes, the lyrics, because even though we are all singers and we enjoy people's songs, it's important for you to know, to be sure that this person I'm following, we have the same thought patterns. Okay, so this young lady writes songs that when I listen to them, I'll be like, this Tina, this is a song you could write. This sounds like what I would write. And her voice, her voice texture, the texture of her voice is similar to mine. And she's big. She's high up there. Her name is Lauren Daigle. Yo, you know that I sing Lauren Daigle a lot. I love her songs. So she's my role model in music. She's someone that I really, really look up to in music. I don't have any personal conversation with her. I don't have any direct contact or access to her. I just follow her. I just watch what she does, how she does her things, because I know that I can get there. She's showing me that it is possible for me to get here if only I can dream and I'm willing to work at it. Okay. Now, that is for role models. So look for people who are high up there. You may never get access to them, but whose future is your present. This one is very easy to do. So go and find them and follow them. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for social media. You can follow and watch what they do. Okay? The second person is the mentor. The mentor. Now, this is tricky. This is tricky because your mentor has to be someone who has had experience in life, or in regards to what you want to do. Okay. Now, you can have different mentors. Well, it's not ideal to have just one mentor because one person cannot be everything to you. Okay, one person cannot be everything to you. So for your career, you need a mentor, someone that's already doing it. Okay, someone that's already doing it, but you can have access to this person. It's not like they are high up there and you can't access them. So if you find someone that is high up there, but you love what they do and you want to get closer to them, pay attention. Okay, let me not talk about this now. Let me talk about you found them, right? So let me not talk. I'm going to talk about how to get in, how to be in the circle that you want to be. So let's talk about friends. You need to be intentional about your friends. So now you know who you are. You know where you're going. You need the right people. You need the right people that you can call friends. But you don't start with being friends, okay? You start with being acquaintances, with being, just people that just talk to each other. And if your values align that much, friendship happens. Okay, so look at those people. Well, this can be tricky too because some of us have really older friends. Our friends can, some of us are friends about 20 years older than us, and some of us have friends that are younger than us and our age mates. Okay, so look for those people that you'd want to associate with on a personal level, but on a deeper level, more like deeper than just mentorship. Mentorship is different. It is deep, but it is completely different from friendship. Okay? So find those people and note them. It's very, very important. Now, how do you get in the circle that you need? I'm going to really, really talk about this because many of us think that because we know you, we follow you, we have the right to ask for your time. No, you don't. You don't you don't deserve my time because you follow me. No. No. For you to get into any circle, you must be willing to serve. Okay? You must be very, very willing to serve. I cannot overemphasize the importance of service. I cannot overemphasize the importance of being willing to give of yourself. See, service can open doors for you that you never ever imagined. Service, it can make you gain access to people that you could only dream of having access to. Okay, so personally, I've served lots of people, and because I was willing to serve, I was not there to take. So if you have someone you want them to be their mentor, or you want them to be your mentor, don't go and send them messages like many people would send me on social media. Hello ma, my name is so person. I love what you're doing. I've followed you for so many years. You're amazing. You are beautiful. Kai, I would really, really be honored if you would agree to mentor me. I need someone to mentor me. Like for real, mentorship is not a day's job. Mentorship is not a child's play. Why should I even give you my attention at all? Because you follow me, because you comment on my posts. That is a very wrong mindset to have. When you see someone, no matter how rich, no matter how sufficient they seem to be, no matter how well off they seem to be, they have a need. Someone said every king has a need. Every king has a need. Instead of looking for who to mentor you, look for who to serve. Mentorship comes automatically unless it is those ones that are paid. So you pay to be mentored by this person. And even at that, some persons will not even put it out to the public that they are willing to accept payment for mentorship or to mentor people. Some persons just put it out to their closer circle. If you want me to hold you by the hand and walk you through a certain step or process, this is the price for it. Okay? So mentorship is not something you ask for. It is something you serve to get. Many of the people in my life right now, or would I say a few of the persons that I've been privileged to gain access to, were people that I intentionally offered myself to serve. They were not people that I went to their inbox and told them, can you please be my mentor? No. They wouldn't even have listened to me because they don't have that time. Like, who has, Do you know that mentorship is a big deal? Who has the time? You know that mentorship, you coming with that mindset is another one more problem added to the one that they have. So nobody wants a liability. Everyone wants an asset. So if you have nothing to bring to the table, don't even bother going to anyone's DM. Don't even bother doing that, because you will only be setting yourself up for disappointment because you have nothing to give. Am I making sense? Is it clear to anyone here? So you have to be willing to serve. This was supposed to be a topic on its own, service. It's a magic disposition. It's a magic state of being. Like, you are always willing to serve. So recently, when I put out the announcement that I was going to host a hangout in Lagos, someone on her own messaged me. She was like, I saw the announcement. Can I help you look around for interesting and beautiful places for the hangout? I don't mind helping you do that. And I needed someone to help me do that at that particular point. But I already had a location in mind. I told her, okay, I already have a location in mind. Can you please help me go make inquiries here? These are the things I wanted to ask them and all that. She was very quick to go. The next day she went. I wanted to send her money for transportation. She said no. Do you know that singular act has made her, with that singular act, she has bought my heart. And it would be hard and difficult for me to say no to her when she requests anything of me. She didn't come to take, she came to give. That is service. You don't have to serve. There are so many things that you can serve. You can serve your time, you can serve your expertise, you can serve just about anything that you can do, anything that is within your power to do, you can serve. You can serve if you're a graphics designer and you know that this person could be in need of some graphic works, you can offer to help them do what they're doing, or to help them make their social media handles more beautiful by designing beautiful flyers and quotes and carousels for them. Someone reached out to me and made such request also. That is service. So the same way I serve others, the same way I'm always looking for a way to serve these kings in my life, because I like to see them as kings. See, anyone that you want to bring to your circle, or any circle that you want to join, anyone you want to be in their circle is a king or a queen, is royalty. So for me to have that access to that royalty, I have to come with gifts. So the story of King Solomon and Queen Vashti is a very interesting one, because even though King Solomon had a lot of things, till now, history has not recorded any more economically rich period or rich king than Solomon. There was no time, there has not been another time in history when the economy bloomed. Bible says that red stones were like, is it diamonds were like stones on the ground, or silver were like stones on the ground. You can imagine how rich a country would be for precious stones to be like ordinary stones on the road. Now, King Solomon had so many beautiful things. He had everything going for him. But Queen Vashti, Queen of Sheba, not Queen Vashti, pardon me, Queen of Sheba, when she wanted to visit King Solomon, she knows that she's royalty, and that you don't visit royalty empty-handed. You have to come with something. So when she came, the Bible records that there has not been another kind of that gift. There has not been another visit, or no one has ever visited with that amount of gift that Queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon. And the king also, understanding that royalties don't owe debts. If you give a king something, kings don't like to owe. Favor things. They don't like to owe anything. So King Solomon understanding, even though Queen of Sheba came to ask questions and receive, have an experience of his wisdom, which King Solomon was very, very quick to share. He generously shared his wisdom with Queen of Sheba. But while she was going, the king also packed lots of things and gave to her. I cannot owe. So if the person you're looking at is a king, supposedly, of course, has to be. You have to be willing, you have to see yourself as royalty who must visit another royalty but must not go empty-handed. What can you give? Every king has a need. What can you give? How can you be of service to this person? How can you help this person? How? You don't ask them, how can I be of help to you? Look. Or if you can do something, let's say if you're a graphic designer, you can now ask them, can I help you do this? But you have to be able to be willing to give of yourself. That is one way I know that you can use to gain access to people or to circles that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to access. Now, before you start going there, before you start messaging and seeking to help or to serve, make sure that, thank God for social media. Thank God for social media. Let there be something tangible that you're already doing. Okay? Let there be something tangible. It's not just about wanting to help. They want to see also that you're doing something important with your life too. Okay? They want to look at you and see a prospective, a potential star. They want to know that you are capable of doing a lot of things. They want to know that your future is very bright. So you have to already get started on something before you try to seek or gain access to these people. So if you're a social media type, your social media has to be optimized. Not those ones that will go and be seeing shares. If you're on Facebook, everyone that tags 19, you and 99 others must show on your Facebook page or your Facebook profile. Anyone that shares anything comes up to your Facebook, and you are very quick to share and share and share. So your profile is filled with other people's contents, and we don't see anything reflecting what your journey is, because we're talking about your journey here. There's nothing visible about your journey. There's nothing tangible that we can hold on to and say that this is what you do, this is what you are doing. So even if you are not very clear on your journey, you have to have an idea of what you want to do and where you are going. This will help you make informed decisions and make more calculated steps towards getting to where you're going. Because really, we can't ever have it all or know it all. Clarity comes by doing. Clarity comes by taking one step. Clarity comes by putting one foot in front of the other. The more you walk, the farther you see. Okay, so get started on something. Now, when you are serving, don't serve with the intention to be seen. When you volunteer for a program or conference, let's say this person that you are looking up to is hosting a conference, okay, and you want to serve. It's important that you serve not solely for them to see you, because that will make you very desperate. So even when you're not called for or your presence is not needed, you want to be there so that they will see you. I understand, but just start serving already. Just start serving. So when you volunteer to be part of their team for whatever reason, or serving in a certain capacity, just do it with all your heart, because service, really, people can see through deceptions, okay? Especially when it's someone who has seen life and experienced different people. They can see through deception. They know when you're serving from a place of service, when service is coming from your heart and when it is not. So it is very, very important that you are genuinely interested in these people and that you genuinely want to serve. You genuinely want to give of yourself. So even if they're not able to notice you at first, you are consistent. Like you are just serving. And in no time, they're going to see your value and your worth. And you're going to unintentionally even drag you into their circle. Okay? So this is what is going on with me and someone that is very special to me. I served. And over time, he says, I don't do private mentorship or personal mentorship. This person says it's every chance he gets to everyone. But because of how genuinely interested I am in his well being, in his welfare, and how I am always quick to, serve, this person started mentoring me even without realizing it. So he was always, okay, Chinaza, this is not good. This was not good. Okay, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is how you're supposed to do this. This is how you're not supposed to do this. Okay, sometimes but this person will call me on the phone. We need to talk. Okay, he will give me directions and instructions, and I could easily ask questions and receive responses immediately, as quickly as possible. This person holds me by the hand right now and walks me through my journey, one aspect of my journey. Why? Because my service was coming from a genuine place, not from a deceptive heart or just to be seen or just to be noticed. Okay? So that is for mentorship. You want to be able to serve. When we talk of friends, so let's say you have people that are in your circle, not in your circle, people that are in your age mates, in your age range, and you want to get into their circle. You feel, okay, this lady is doing amazingly well. I want to study psychology. She's already a psychologist. And even though she's my age mate, she's gone way ahead of me. I'd really like to be her friend. I think she's doing amazingly well. And for some of them who think that Chinaza Favour is doing amazingly well, and then they come to, hey Chinaza Favour, you're doing wonderfully well. Can I be your friend? For what it's worth, friendship is a very sacred word for me. I don't call everyone my friend. Yes, I don't. I believe friendship is the deepest path of human intimacy. Yes. Not even sex, not even, you know, any other kind of physical contact, but friendship, because that connection is rare. It is deep. It is deep. For me, friendship is a deep connection that you have with someone. It's not just, hey, he's my friend, he's my distant friend, he's my close friend. If you are my friend, that is my philosophy. If I call you friend, you are friend. So I like to categorize people in my life. I have people that are strangers, I have people that are acquaintances, I have people that are higher than acquaintances. I've not had a name for those kind of people. And I have friends. Okay? I have friends. Just about three of them that I call friends, that I actually call friends. You don't want to have a lot of friends because then you'll be getting differing opinions. Again, it's important to know what your interests are, what your values are. So your values have to align with these people that you want to be in their circle. And it still all boils down to what can you give? What can you give? What can you give? So if you want to establish friendship with someone, please and please don't go and start asking them to be your friends. Be genuinely interested in them. Be genuinely interested in them. Ask how they are doing. Get talking. Okay, just get talking. Volunteer if they are doing anything. Tell them they want to be on their team. If they are planning a conference and you know that you have the knowledge that can help that conference to be a success, tell them that you want to be on their team. That you have this knowledge to give. You have experience in something like this, and you want to be part of the team and help it to be a huge success. There's no way they will say no to you. Okay? And before you know it, you get talking because they will value they value your opinion and they want to hear more from you. Service, you see, it still boils down to service. What you can give, what you are willing, how much of yourself you are willing to give to others. All right. So we've talked about role models, we've talked about mentors, we've talked about best friends. Those, not best friends, we've talked about friends. Now, what about those realists? What about the cheerleaders? So when you get started on your journey, especially on social media, that you're going to have fans. So those cheerleaders are your fans. I like to say they might still be your friends. A couple of your friends that don't see anything bad in what you do. All right. So when you feel bad or you feel down, you can go to them. Hey, I'm having a very bad day, or I don't think I can do this. We're like, you? Ha! Don't even go there. Like, you are the best person for this job. This idea is very, very possible. You can do it. Is it not you again? Uh-uh. Have you forgotten that you can do this, you can do this, you can do that? They'll give you reasons to do it. They're your cheerleaders. Okay, you need them. You need them. They will not necessarily be friends. They can be acquaintances who love you, who believe in you, who believe in the potential that you carry. They want to just see you succeed. Okay. So when you find these people, when you know these people and you find them and they give you their attention and you know you start a relationship with them, it's very, very important that you have the ability to keep those relationships. It is very, very important that you have the ability to keep those relationships, because if you're anything like me, I don't like interaction. I come online because I have to. Just because I have to. But left to me alone, I will spend days here in this room without talking to anyone and I'll be very, very fine. So having interpersonal interactions can be very, very draining for me. It can be really, really exhausting. So when I get on the phone and I get talking with someone, I mean, I can only talk excitedly for a couple of minutes, after which I get tired. So what I do is to maintain my relationships. You see, it still boils down to having genuine care, okay? Genuinely caring for them, because that will push you to always want to know how they're doing, to always want to check up on them, to always want to support them, to always want to see that they are good and they are fine. So what I basically do is I ask questions. So if you have lots of people that are that you're looking up to, that you need for your journey, you could put up reminders. Okay, you could put up reminders to remind you. Okay, send a message to this person. Have you checked up on this person? Call this person. Send this person this message. So that will remind you to do these things, because sometimes if you're like me, it can be exhausting. So you need something that will remind you that, okay, it's time for you to do this. It's time for you to get in touch with this person. Because really, it's communication that is the lifeline of any relationship. Elsie Francis, yes, really. It's communication. If you cease communication, the relationship starts to die. So communication, like people used to say, is the lifeline of every relationship, and I cannot agree any less. I cannot agree any less. So communicate, and be open to criticisms, especially when you have mentors, especially with mentors. How do you open yourself up to criticisms? That is why I said you have to trust the judgment and the opinion of these people, because you have to take them very seriously. So you know that they love you, they have your best interest at heart. So whatever they tell you, you take it in good faith. Some of them might scold you, some of them might say several things or do some things to disapprove of an idea or whatever it is that you do or you will do. But it is that understanding that this person is not trying to hurt me. This person actually has my best interest at heart. It is that understanding that help you to keep on going, to sustain that relationship. Because many of us, we build relationships and then we break it. We get in touch with someone that is really great, someone who could have been very helpful to us and to our journeys, and we just mess things up by not communicating and by not being open to criticisms, especially when this person is trying to help you. So if they see that you don't really like to receive feedback, they're going to withdraw, because what's the point? I want you to get better, and if my feedback will help you to get better and you don't see it as such, why am I wasting my time on you? So if you were in that person's shoes, you would do the same thing. You would cut off relationship. You will cut off the relationship. So pay attention, be quick to apologize, be quick to serve, be quick to be open to criticisms. This will help you. This will go a very long way. So when you find yourself, you know your journey, and you connect to these people. I've told you how to find them, right? You can also find them. Let me go back a little bit. You can also find them by joining communities. This can also give you more friends that are aligned. You don't have to do a lot of work to find them, because in this community we all have the same interest. Okay, so you can join communities that are revolving around your areas of interest, communities that their values align with your values, communities that promote what you believe in. Okay, this will go a very long way, because there you'll find mentors, people who have, you find potential mentors, people who have gone ahead of you, and you will find potential friends too. So you are more easily able to connect with these people because your values align, your thought patterns align. You know, you see someone who makes a very audacious post, who writes articles or sings songs or makes videos that you really are wowed by. It's important that you get in touch. And that compliment, hi, I saw your video on Head Start Africa, for example, and I really loved it. The way you talked, the topic you spoke on was just superb. I thought it was amazing, and I came to tell you that. Well done. My name is Chinaza Favour, and this is what I do. I'd really like to connect with you. You can start from there and build it up. And also, another way to find the right people for you is to comment on posts. So you know those role models of yours who are doing amazingly well. Maybe not music, let's say personal development, and you're very huge on personal development. You want to do well in the personal development industry. You find those people that are doing well there, and you become very active in their comment sections. Okay, very very active. When you drop meaningful comments on their comment sections, people who love what you write or what you wrote would follow you. They want to check out your profile and they'll follow you. Sometimes you can get a clue, or you can try to get close to those people who actually reacted or commented on that comment, because it shows that they agree with what you're saying. So you can connect with them from there and see if they can be in any of the categories that you are looking out for. Okay? So it's important to have the right team, because people should be your support. People will be should be more like the wind beneath your wings. Because sometimes you'll not be able to do it alone, and you need someone to speak for you. Sam Harvard, thank you. I like my new hair. Thank you. So you want someone to be able to speak for you in rooms where you cannot enter yet. Okay? And it's important that you build these relationships. Mentors, you see, your relationship with your mentors matters a lot. Matters a lot. Don't you joke with it. Don't you joke with it. And even with your friends, like anyone you are privileged to be in their circle, don't play with them. Don't play with them, because even though your friends who are in your circle or who are in your level, even though they might not have gotten to where you want to get to, they might know someone who does. They might be able to recommend you to someone who knows, someone who's big, and the person will mention you in a place where you ordinarily wouldn't have been in. So it's important to actually nurture relationships. I would say that I suck a little bit at relationships or at building and maintaining relationships, but I'm working on it. So all this is that I'm telling you, it's not like I'm perfect or that I have it all figured out. I'm a young person trying to figure this thing called life out. But every single lesson that I learn, I try to share with others so that we can all grow together. So that in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 20 years, we will look back and you say, it was a time well spent. It was data worth spent. And I'll look back and I say, I'm grateful that I shared these things, because when you grow and you help others grow, I mean, it's beautiful. What's the point being the one-eyed man in the land of the blind? All of us should be seeing with our eyes now, so that you can be independent, right? Because if I'm the only one that has sight, instead of me to go about my daily activities, I'll be busy helping you to do yours. So let's all grow together. Let's all manifest together. I keep sharing these things, but then it's still left to you to decide if you're going to do them or not. I believe someone said these are practical tips, yes, or workable tips. They're very workable because they are things that I do by myself. They are experiences that I've had. They are things that I'm very, very conscious and intentional about. So I'm sure it's going to help you. So the first thing that we talked about was what? Knowing who you are, knowing your personality, understanding your path, knowing what path you want to take, finding these people that you think are relevant for your journey. Because you don't want to follow the wrong people. You don't want to, if your passion is music, I don't know what you are looking for in a football, following someone that's a football coach. You can follow the person, maybe there's a part of their life or his or her life that you like. You can follow them for that reason, but not for the sake of your passion. So as it relates to your passion, as it relates to your personal life, or any single part of your life, or any part of your life's journey that you need improvement on, that you know that you want to do well in, it's important to know the people that are actually relevant for that particular phase or part of your life and follow them. Okay, this is where I'll end. Do I have any question? If you have any question, please drop in the comments, and I'll take it right now. I'll take it right now. So, like the story I told you about the woman who is already doing something that I tend to do, I am watching her closely, like, got my eyes on you. Like every single thing she does, I watch. Even though she doesn't put out a lot of content, but I'm always looking for clues. Always looking for clues. Every of our webinars, paid or not, I'm always there because I want to understand her thought patterns. We don't talk right now, but recently she followed me on Instagram, which is a very big win for me, like a very big win. And I'm just watching her every move, her every step, just understanding her thought patterns. And in any case, at any time, I'm privileged to gain access to her. I mean, access. It's going to be big. So, do I have any question? For those of you that are having 100 role models, 100 role models, 100 mentors, what exactly is the color of your problem? Cockroach brown? You need to be curated. You need to tailor your life down, okay? You need to really, really know what you're here for. Maybe not very clear, but you have to have a glimpse or have an idea of what you're here for. It's going to help you because when you follow a lot of people, when you are interested in lots of things, and you listen to everyone, you listen to nobody. You're listening to nobody. You're just making yourself more confused. But when you know what you want and you're following the people whose lives are tailored, whose realities are your dreams, right? Yes. Some person's realities are your current dreams, or some person's current realities are your dreams. So you follow these people, understand if they have written books, you get their books. If they have mentorship programs that are paid, I do not say free, paid, please pay and get in. Pay and get in. Stop looking for free things. All of you, many of you, let me not say all of you, many of you here like free things. Stop. And when you eventually gain access to these people, both not both mentors and friends and every other person in your circle, nurture that relationship. Like nurture it like a tender plant. Nurture it like a newborn baby. Hold that relationship dear to your heart, like an egg, so that it doesn't fall. Okay? So let me see if I have any questions here. Thank you, Mom Chinaza. Please, I've been trying to take the test, but it refused to open. Try to, I don't know what browser you use. If you're using Google, try Google Chrome. If your Google Chrome is not working, try Opera Mini. If Opera Mini is not working, try Mozilla Firefox. There are several browsers you can use to open. Maybe your own particular browser isn't opening it. Okay. Do you have another question? Listen to everyone, listening to nobody. Yes. Yes. Follow people whose realities are your dreams. Absolutely. Absolutely. So do you have any more questions? Did you enjoy this session? Was it clear? Did you gain clarity on find and keep how to find, access, and keep the people that are relevant to your journey? Did you enjoy this session? I know this is less than my normal bubbly and audible and loud self, but I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, please and please and please click the like button, click the subscribe button, and share. I mean, what's the point holding this beautiful knowledge that you just gained? Tell your friends about it. And remember, Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour holds every Thursday. Every single Thursday, we are here discussing and talking about life, you know, relationships, and a lot. Let me see your comments. Some Harvard said I enjoyed every part of it. Thank you very much, sir. Elsie Francis says, yes, ma'am, I enjoyed it. Okay. Mary Phillips said, nurture those relationships like a tender baby, like egg. Thank you, ma. You're welcome. Thank you so much, ma, for tonight's wisdom. It was loaded. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your presence. Some Harvard said, how do you connect with a celebrity mentor, please? I am bad at that. Oh my God, are you really asking this question? Okay, so whoever you want to relate with or want to gain access to, I think it all starts with service, like I talked about, or like I said before. It all starts with service. What can you give? So no matter how much you think the person has, or how sufficient or how well off the person is, I'm sure that there's something that they will need. Every king has a need. I said that before, and You have to have something to give. Many people will not many people will reject an offer of service, right? So just be willing to serve and offer to serve, and let them be the ones to say that I don't need your service, which is very, very rare. Did I answer your question, sir? Service. Service. Egwakun Vivian says, I gained a lot. I'm glad you did. As Francis said, I've done that already. You have checked with all these other browsers and it's not working. Okay, try another person's phone because I don't know if it's your village board that are working. Try someone else's phone and see if it works. Okay? Because that's the only way, that's the only option I can come up with right now. If other browsers are not working, I'm not sure what to say. Mary Phillips said tonight's teaching was loaded. God bless you, ma'am. God bless you too. Some Harvard said, though I have the services to offer, but the boldness to approach is what I do not have yet. Well, you have to get boldness from God. You have a lot to offer. So why not just believe that you have enough and go and shoot your shot? You need to be able to communicate what it is that you have. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? That's what I like to think. That's what I like to say when I need to make any move. I ask myself, what's the worst that can happen? It's either I get a no or a yes. Okay, it's either someone shows up or someone doesn't show up. So when I put out the notification for this particular conversation late, I put it out about some minutes past 8. And in my mind, I was like, even if nobody shows up, this has to go on. I understand people may not be able to come and join. See, we still have 15 people watching. This is the highest number of persons I've had on this show at once after an hour of live streaming. And, that's really beautiful. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that nobody will show up. So if you want to approach someone, you know that you have something that this person needs, what's the worst that can happen? I like to have this Esther's mindset. If I perish, I perish. As long as you've done your homework, you carry value. Just go to their DMs, send them mails, you know, they're going to respond one way or the other, or not. But you know that you've shot your shot. What's the next question here? I really enjoyed this session. You are doing well and great. Thank you, Etim. Some Harvard says, even with a lady, that's how I lost a love of my life years ago because I never knew how to approach her. Sorry. My, no, it's a pity. Sorry. I hope you've gotten better now. I hope you've been able to work on that. I mean, talk. She either says no or yes, or she walks away. Just talk. She's not going to eat you or bite you. Okay? Sam Harvard says, save me here. I really want to know how to connect. Mary Phillips said, Ma'am, please throw more light on many celebrities not wanting people into their circle, especially if you are not in their class. It's not like they don't want you in their circle. Please understand this. It's not like they don't want you. If they have attained a certain level, if they have attained a certain height, it's only wise that they protect their space, that they protect their circle, that they protect their sanity. Because the higher you go, the more people want to connect with you, both the genuine ones and the fake ones, people who want to just sap energy from you. So this person that you want to connect with, why do you want to connect with him or her? Just to answer that he or she is my mentor. Like I said before, if you have something to serve, it is difficult for them to say no to your act of service. And that can, in a way, open their hearts to accept you into their circle, even without realizing it. Right? So don't go to them and tell them that you want them to mentor you. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. People that are that big are not looking for people to mentor. They are not obsessed with mentor. No. It's only those who are coming up that when you tell them, please, can you mentor me? They want to answer the mentor title. They want to wear it on their chests, carry it on their faces, on their foreheads, hold it on their hands like placards that they are mentors. Me, I don't want it. I don't want it. So if you come to me and you ask me for mentorship, I'll tell you I don't have a mentorship program. Like I've told that to hundreds of people. I don't have a mentorship program. What can you give? So instead of coming through, can I be your mentor? Identify a need I have. I'm saying this in general term, not just because it's me. Identify a need that I have. It's not about class. It's not, it has little to do with class. What can you bring to the table? What can you bring to the table? How valuable are they going to find you? You are there to serve, for crying out loud. So if your intention is not to serve, I'm sorry, you're working with the wrong intention. Just go there, look for something that they need that you can give, and send them up a message. The social media has made everyone easily accessible, but it has made people also to abuse access or abuse people's DM. The fact that you can go to someone's DM and just send them any kind of message that you want, right? So don't go and start sending highs and hellos or calling people mentor. When people call me mentor, I'm like, I don't remember mentoring you, so why call me that? It's not a title for me. Like, it's not a title that I'm desperate to have, because mentorship is work. Mentorship is work. I keep saying this. Mentorship is work. It is not a child's play. Please take time out and watch a couple of videos on YouTube on mentorship. Read a couple of articles on Google on mentorship. Then you will understand that it's not easy. So not many people want that responsibility. But if you have proven yourself to be valuable and useful over time, they will have no choice but to give you their guidance. Mentorship is guidance, right? They will have no choice but to give you their guidance. So be willing to serve, look for what you can give and offer it, and see if they will take that offer or not. Okay, you don't force it. It's not about class. But the higher they go, the higher you go, the more you want to protect you, the more protective of your space you become, the more boundaries you set, and the more repulsive such messages, be my mentor, become, because you don't even know who is real and who isn't. Okay? I hope that answered your question. Mr. Lucky Nathan is saying, my question goes like this. If you later realize that your so-called role model is not what you really thought of him or her, well, I'm sure that while they were your role models, there are some things that you learned from them. So carry those things that you learned from them and waka pass. Just go. Because this person, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to mention him, but there was this young man that was very affluent. He was he was very rich, and he inspired a lot of young Nigerians. But nobody knew exactly what he was doing. Just that he was showing lifestyle, sharing pictures and videos. He was just living in luxury. And he inspired some Nigerians in a good way, somehow, that actually it's possible for me to live a life of luxury. So many young Nigerians started hustling even harder to be able to afford the things that this person is able to afford right now. But it was later found out that he was into internet fraud, right? And he was arrested. But the fact that he was arrested later on doesn't nullify the effect he had on Nigerian youths, those ones that he inspired to work hard. So if you later find out that your role model is not what he or she, or not what you think that he or she was, take the lessons and the good things that you learned from them and walk past. I don't believe that any relationship is completely bad. I'm sure that any relationship that went bad or went sour was once good. I mean, there was at least one thing that was good about it. So hold on to that good thing and walk past. You can't gain anything holding on to negativity or the negative attributes or the negative things that the person is doing. No. It was beautiful while it lasted. That's that's my mantra right now. It was beautiful while it lasted. For relationships, for anything at all, materials, anything. If it spoils, I'm like, it was beautiful while it lasted. If a relationship goes bad and I try to work on it and it's not working, I'll tell myself it was beautiful while it lasted. So I just cherish those beautiful moments. I just cherish those times that that thing was working for me, and I move on. Okay. Which other one do I have here? Okay, Elsie Francis said, I have already liked the video and shared the link. Okay. Thank you very much. Sam Harvard said, thank God I found the lady again recently after many years. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Okay, Igwaknes Vivian said, Sir Sam Harvard, I can relate to this. I had to learn connection the hard way. Aww. I lost and then I learned and do better. Christopher Nzogo said, joining a community is important. How to find the good one? What if you are not accepted? Joining communities, I mean, there are Facebook communities that you can join, okay? There are, how to find one? What are their interests? What do these communities have in common with you? Do their values align with yours? Request to join the communities, okay? Then, if there is a hangout that is being organized, try to attend. I know someone on Instagram that does community, that is Salem King. He's really good. He hosts this hangout with his tribe members. You know, it's beautiful. People that are part of his community. Head Start Africa is a community where you can grow, founded by John Obidi. The group is all about personal development. If you want to really go far, if you want to learn a lot of things on personal development, finance, just things that help you get better as an entrepreneur or as a professional, that is a group for you to join. That's a community you have to be part of, right? And then you can look out for people whose contents are really inspiring, whose contents you mostly relate with, and you get started. And you could message them or you could get more active on their posts, and you can also put out yours and watch for people who really are consistent with their comments on your post, who almost always comment on your posts. You could connect with them. I mean, there's no one way that these things work. You could try out different things. That's why you have to be creative. Okay? What if you're not accepted? I don't get why you will not be accepted in a Facebook community. If it's a physical community, like let's say a community in school that you want to be a part of, give them reasons to accept you. I mean, they wouldn't just outright deny you access, right? It still boils down to service and what you can give, what value you can give, what do you have to bring to the table. If they find you valuable enough, you see, there are some times that people can find you so valuable that they cannot say no to you. I mean, even if they don't like your person or like you as a person, they will not have any other choice but to accept you into their community. And over time, you blend easily. They're able to just open their hearts and let you in. Okay, so what can you, I'll keep saying this, what can you give? What can you give? How can you serve? It's very, very important, okay? Ubanesim said, you're my role model and my mentor. I really want to be mentored by you, coach. Have you not been listening all this while? Anyway, Egwaku Viva says, yes, ma, the higher we go, the higher many want to be connected. Yes, and the more watchful you have to be, okay? The more you want to keep your guard up, all right? What else? What else? I've learned something new today. Would love to get to work, apply them, and grow in them. God bless you abundantly, ma'am. God bless you too. Mr. Lucky Nathan, I did not mention anybody. Thank you. All right, guys. I think I'll have to say goodbye here. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for doing this, for always coming on this show. I always have a very wonderful time having these conversations with you and just bearing my heart and teaching what I know. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it because if you weren't here, it'll be boring like last week. I tried to see your comments and to connect with you, but I wasn't seeing any of your comments. Thank you for being here today. I'm glad we didn't experience any network hitches or technical issues at all. Thank you for being here again. And I hope you have a very wonderful night rest. I'll see you next time, next week, Thursday, by 9 p.m. again. We'll be having another honest conversation. Well, you cannot imagine what it is, but it's going to be beautiful as usual. And we might, just might, be having a special guest or not. But as the days go by, we're going to see what we have in store for you. Okay, so thank you for being here. Have a wonderful night rest, and I'll see you same channel, same time. Bye.